Tensions escalate as Iran's supreme leader takes a stand. No talks with the US, no compromises. Just days after Trump reaches out, Ayatollah Khamenei delivers a firm rejection, accusing Washington of manipulation and control. With nuclear threats looming and regional conflicts intensifying, the world watches closely. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, has publicly rejected a US push for negotiations, stating that such talks are not meant to solve problems, but rather to impose restrictions on Iran's missile capabilities and influence in the region. Speaking to officials on Saturday, Khamenei avoided directly naming the United States, but referred to a bullying government persistently advocating for discussions. Their talks are not aimed at solving problems, it is for "let's talk," to impose what we want on the other party that is sitting on the opposite side of the table, Khamenei declared. His comments followed reports that President Donald Trump had sent a letter to Khamenei proposing a new deal to restrain Iran's nuclear program, replacing the previous agreement that Trump withdrew from during his first term. However, Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi stated on state television that no such letter had yet been received. Iran's response to U.S. demands Khamenei made it clear that any U.S. negotiations would focus on military restrictions and Iran's regional influence. They will be about defense capabilities, about international capabilities of the country. They will urge Iran not to do certain things, not to meet certain people, not to go to a certain place, not to produce some items. Your missile range should not be more than a certain distance. Is it possible for anybody to accept these? The supreme leader insisted that such negotiations would not genuinely address disputes between Iran and the West, but instead serve as a means to pressure Iran in public opinion. It is not negotiation, it is commanding and imposition, he said, rising U.S.-Iran tensions. Trump, when questioned in the Oval Office, did not explicitly mention the letter, but made a cryptic statement. "We have a situation with Iran that something's going to happen very soon. Very, very soon," with both Israel and the United States declaring they will never allow Iran to develop a nuclear weapon. Fears of a military confrontation continue to grow. Tehran's ongoing uranium enrichment at near weapons-grade levels has heightened concerns, with only nuclear-armed nations typically reaching such levels. While Iran insists its nuclear program is purely for peaceful purposes, officials have increasingly hinted at the possibility of developing nuclear weapons as tensions with the US and Israel remain high. Trump's administration has reimposed heavy sanctions on Iran's oil sector as part of its maximum pressure strategy, further straining relations. Meanwhile, Israel remains on high alert, particularly as its fragile ceasefire with Hamas in Gaza holds by a thread. Is there room for diplomacy? In late August, Khamenei hinted at a potential opening for negotiations, stating that there is no harm in engaging with the enemy. However, in recent remarks, he dismissed the idea, calling negotiations with the US unintelligent, unwise, and dishonorable. With both sides taking firm stances and tensions running high, the question remains: will this standoff escalate further, or is there still a chance for diplomacy? Stay with us for the latest updates, and don't forget to subscribe for more breaking news.